minutes
Kagulod
or
ko
2 hours. Sit behind that smoke that you get. Well, Miigwech, thanks for the people of Gull Bay. I've learned a lot, and I guess I'm the longest serving member of the chief for Gull Bay. Almost 20 years I was there,
Emery, one coffee?
and a lot of
Sugar?
things to be thankful for. I've learned lots how the system works and how we are. But we're here to talk about not politics, campaigning. We're here to talk about what do we know about our life as our community of Gull Bay. And we also mentioned about Jackfish Island. Our community a long time ago, I guess, is our environment, the way the geographical area we live. So Jackfish Island, they call it Disnakia Mnisten. Disnakia is the breastplate on our body. So the reason why they named that is this is where our people from a long time ago were start to disengage, connection. Everything every time there's a connection, there's also a disengagement, separates. So this is where our forefathers separated around about the time of the signing of the treaty. We're here to talk about our treaty, our birthday of Canada, and our people's relationship with each other. And I guess one of the reasons why our leaders of the day signed the treaty back in 1850 is because of their belief on they always marked everything they do religiously. They carry colors, Colors is they knew that through their prophecies and our gifts of life are connected to those 4 colors. And this is, so when they signed the treaty, we know we're going to be together. Also, when you talk about history, they say, we call this Turtle Island. They say one time, this island was connected in Europe, but the Great Spirit separated us for a purpose, to teach our white brothers, yellow brothers, and black brothers how to live. Because we all know our forefathers here in the 1800s, 1900s, we never had no hospitals, no policing, no government structure. Their government belief was their foundation, the way it was given to them by the Creator. They respected water, they respected land, they respected air, and fire, sacred fire they call it. This is the only thing that we start ourselves is the fire. So that's the first thing we maintain in our life, and it's all connected with life. So when we start to disengage from Jackfish Island, we became foreigners, Some were quicker to adapt to the European style of living. You know, you get sick, you go hospital. If somebody causes a problem, you throw them in jail. But what I know today, there's no solution. You know, we all know that today, or we should know. Every time we go see a doctor, he gives you a pill. Is that a solution to why you're sick? You know, all these things that we are affected by today. So when we start to disengage, a lot of our people move to White Sand, Rocky Bay, Grand Bay, and Gull Bay. And we are the tribe, I guess the descendants of that, one of those tribes that settled in Gull Bay. And we have a flag from the Queen signing of that treaty carried on by our family. So, but today we are here in Gull Bay, and somebody got this idea to talk about history. I've learned a lot of things being elected as a chief, how the outside affects our life here in Gull Bay. And the problem we have is they want to come in and solve our problem, which they created themselves. We're the only ones that could solve our own problem, start working things out. But we're being oppressed. We don't want to be allowed to have our own ideas and our own power to develop ourselves. So having said that, what I know is I was born in Nipigon, blueberry picking time, I guess, in August 26, 49. Camp 12, they call it, somewhere back in the bush. And my mother had to walk about 5 miles to go to Nipigon Hospital for me to be born. I guess I could have been born right in the bush, but they were afraid because first time you have a child, it's more difficult to have that birth, eh? So they were scared, so they sent them to the hospital. And just normally Richard had to walk my mother to Nipigon. That's where I was born. I guess most of the childhood days we don't know till we get old enough. But I'm always thankful. Like a lot of things that are affecting my brothers, my cousins, my relatives in Gull Bay, our boarding school, and the way they grew up. I grew up in a safe environment through my grandparents, eh? And I always say this, I have the same knowledge as my mother and my aunties and my uncles. I had the opportunity to move forward one generation of learning how to live. And I remember trapping, going to school in the bush, right in the bush, how to live, how to survive, sleep in the bush. Sometimes it was school. But when you adapt to that, it doesn't bother you. Today, I think it would bother me if I tried to go sleep in the bush, but back in the day, it was just natural. It was nothing. You just go to sleep anywhere. And they were making a living by fishing and trapping, eh? They didn't need much, that's all you need is one meal a day. We didn't worry about truck payments, hydro bills, and we were living free, except to hunt for our food. So then things started to change in the 50s, eh? They put restrictions on our fishing. They put restrictions on our geographical area of trapping, eh? Well, you guys trap over there. This is your land, this is your trap line. And that's what separated our community members, eh? Of ownership. And a lot of us, it's easier to accept that. We can live as one big family. And through the years, and when I first got elected chief, I thought I was going to solve the problem for Gull Bay. I thought nobody knew how to do it. Then I realized, the system we live in, it's not geared to support families. They're looking for experts to contribute to their cause, the hierarchy system. So I was an anarchist. Some of my own people that I encouraged to go to school start calling me anarchist. Don't want to listen, wants to create his own thing. But I guess that's all. That's what we're all asking for. Is to have our own life. We don't want much. We just want to provide for ourselves, the necessities and the means to survive and to live well in our life. So then I try to develop the spiritual foundation. I thought maybe because of my alcoholism, we need higher power. And the AA program only doesn't interpret higher power. It just asks you to believe in a higher power. But I was sober then, many years. So I thought, and then I started to realize there's a reason why our people used to do these things. Sweat lodge, pipe, powwow, and it made sense. Because then I started to understand the laws of life. You do this, you don't take care of your children. You know, when my daughter was born there, I was a drunken. I was the kind of guy that run away from women and leave them with the babies. You know, that's a harmful thing to do according to those laws. But I didn't know it then. It was already went under. It wasn't taught. So when my daughter was born, the last one, and I didn't touch a woman after that. That's how old is she? 40 years old.
40.
You know? So I was able to live with myself. I made a commitment to God, to a higher power, or atonement, whatever you want to call them. Said, I'm not doing that no more. Just give me a break. Give me a chance to live good. And I was happy. I did okay. Then I write a song about her to catch on what I was saying. So now going back to, talking about children. Tolbay was already lost. It didn't allow you to look after your children. We were already separated, fighting against each other. You know, if you were going to raise a family, you had to fight like hell, or maybe even sit in jail. You know, so it was a turmoil time. You know, I couldn't understand why. You know, but today I understand why. You know, there's no foundation. You know, there was, I guess the idea was forget about being Indian and do something else. But that being Indian is your higher power, is you to be able to do things. You know, so today I have a good life. If I got casino money, I'll go casino. If I don't have it, I don't have to worry about it. As long as I eat one meal today, it's good. And I'm okay. I got a little bit of sore back, but that's old age. I'm not going to get any better. I know that. So I just have to struggle and chop away, and then I protect my grandchildren, all my children that I had. They don't seem to have any grudge against me, so much must be working for me. I go talk to them, tell them, whatever. I can't say I'm sorry. You have to live with that scar the rest of your life. Scar doesn't go away. It's there, no matter what. So, so that's what I like to share, just what the power of my life, the power point of my life, I tried a lot of things, they didn't work, and a lot of people got angry, and I think that's all I could share is to be able to have a pathway for somebody that's in need, And they shut off the camera, by the way, so I better quit talking. You got to take me to the back.